Hello guys, and welcome to the Empty Your Bucket Nutrition Plan channel. My name is JT Tapias and I am a professional fitness life coach. And today I want to talk to you about something that comes up quite often. Coach, I want to do this program, but there's people in my house that eat all sorts of junk, and guess what? They're not going to support me on this journey. Or I'm going to be going to my family's house for the holiday, and they have all sorts of foods and tempting, triggering things that I know I'm going to end up doing. How do I get this done? How do I get my wife, husband, spouse, kids to buy in and support me in this particular journey? I am committed, but I know I'm just going to be so tempted by them. How do I have that conversation? How do I get them on board? I think that's a great conversation because we all suffer from peer pressure, right? We all have people around us that love us, but they're not necessarily understanding why we're doing what we're doing. And that's where I want to focus on. If you simply come home one day and you say, I want to get healthy, everyone's going to look at you and go, oh, okay, you've said that before. You've tried that before. It's not going to work. Why would you torture yourself? Or they tell you the good little pat on the shoulder. Oh, you already look good. Stop it. You don't need to lose any weight. You don't need to punish yourself like that. Food is meant to be enjoyed. And they tell you all of these things. And I truly believe that they have the best intentions in saying those things. But here's the challenge. The reason they are responding like that is because anytime we up our standards, right, people feel a little friction because they feel like we're leaving them, right? We're departing from what we know. This is how we've connected. This is how we've done life. This is what our family does. We're Italian. I hear that a lot. We're Italian. We love pasta. I am big boned. You have all these stories and all these things that you have been running in your mind, and your family identifies with those things. And so you're sort of departing from those things the family does. And sometimes that can be hurtful to family members that don't truly understand what it is you're looking to do. So I truly believe that an intervention conversation is needed if you're looking to transform your habits. You can't just transform your habits and then start putting things out there in people's face. And sometimes we unintentionally do things to sort of show our family members that we're being more disciplined, and look at you, look at what you're eating, and look at what I'm eating. And when we get into that battle, right, obviously we're fighting against the current. We don't want to do those things. We actually want them to buy into what we're doing. And the way to do that truly is to have a sit-down conversation. Now, I know this sounds silly because it's like, JT, we're just talking about food here. We're not talking about alcohol or drugs or anything crazy like that. And I get it. It's a little different, but I will say that it does require an intervention conversation where you sit with the people you love and you simply say, I want to explain why I am doing what I am doing, right? And you don't want to go into, I want to fit into this bathing suit. I'm going to my high school reunion. Not that those things are not valuable, but simply that is not going to connect with them. If your true why, if your desire to change, if your desire to embrace a healthy lifestyle comes from the idea that you are looking to get stronger, that you just don't feel well currently, that, maybe you got a bad doctor's report, or maybe the doctor said, hey, your cholesterol levels are up, or hey, you're gonna have to go on blood pressure medication, or hey, if you don't make some radical changes, you're gonna become a type 2 diabetic. Maybe you've had some of those situations, hopefully not, but if that's the case, that gives you great leverage with your family members, because now you can sit down and be very vulnerable and say, hey, this is not an aesthetic thing. This is a serious health condition, and I know you love me, I know you support me, and I would love nothing more than for you to support me, even if it's just in spirit, right? Maybe you don't want to do these things, but if you did, that would be amazing too. But maybe you don't want to do these things right now, but can you just support me, right? And the way I'm asking you to do that for me is, if you can avoid me being tempted or you doing things in front of me that are going to tempt me, I would really appreciate that, because I'm just looking to get healthier. I'm looking to get stronger. I want to leave an example for, if it's your kids, for you guys, if it's your spouse, I want us to have a long life, and I want us to be around for our kids. And you start having some of these intrinsic conversations with your family, right? And you do that in a compelling way because truly you're looking to change your lifestyle from a genuine perspective. I truly believe that your family members that love you are going to support you and lift you up. And you'd be surprised, you're probably going to see some pretty interesting things come about. In my experience, in my 20 years of coaching people, I've seen people come onto my program, and I've had conversations with them initially where they're like, JT, my husband's never going to do this. My kids are never going to do this. They just have the worst eating habits, or they don't like to exercise, XYZ. And then all of a sudden that person embraces the journey. And as they go on in the journey, I start to see some pretty awesome things. I see that the spouse all of a sudden jumps on the program, and funny enough, sometimes spouse gets more results initially than the person that's actually embracing it full on. And the reason for that is because sometimes, once again, it creates like friendly competition, and the spouse is trying to outdo the other one. And I sort of welcome that, as long as it's not something that's causing issues and causing adversity in the relationship. But if there's that healthy competition, I'm all for it, because they're pushing each other and they're making each other better, right? Sometimes the kids jump on board, and sometimes they just say, especially the boys are like, I want to get strong, and what do I need to eat? And all of a sudden the family picks this up and they run with it. And when I see that happen, you see entire families change, a generation of bad eating, all this generational curse of bad eating, to all of a sudden embracing these great habits, and that family changing radically. In conclusion, guys, I'd like to say that the way to embrace this, the way to get away from peer pressure at home when you're trying to embrace a program like this, is to bring your family on board with a compelling message, letting them understand your why, letting them know why this is so important to you. And having that intervention conversation is incredibly important. And I truly believe that in 99.9% of the situations, you're going to have a favorable outcome, and you're going to see your family come behind you, support you, and have, win behind your sales, and you're going to bring your goals to fruition, and you're going to see 100-fold return on your investment in terms of your energy, your time, and the things that you're looking to do to get healthy and strong. And so if you're battling with peer pressure at home, your circle of influence, I want to encourage you to be a light in the midst of darkness. If you take a match in a very dark place and you light that match, right, all of a sudden the darkness disappears. And that is what I'm encouraging you to do. Be a match, be a light in the midst of darkness. Shine that light, and you're going to see some incredible results. Guys, my name is JT Tapias, professional fitness life coach, and these are the things I enjoy speaking about: edifying the mind, the body, and the spirit from a Christian perspective. If this is your first time on this channel, I'd love to encourage you to hit the subscribe button, to hit the bell notification, so that every time I release information like this, you will be the first one to know. My name is JT Tapias. We'll talk soon. God bless. Ciao, ciao.